Good morning. This morning I'm going to be going over a kind of different kind of nicotine replacement therapy. It's a bit more different than what I'm used to. Not going to lie. Hence the reason I'm just grabbing any old device because it's not exactly a vaping. It's not a vaping product to what I usually do. Um, what do I know about these types of products? Very, very little. Um, I'm not sure if many of you remember back a few years ago, well, I suppose maybe 15 or 20 odd years ago, some mint companies used to do these glass dissolvable mint type things. I don't really know what to fucking call them. That used to just melt on your tongue. Well, a couple of companies have started to do these types of things and implementing nicotine within them. You might think, when you think about how much nicotine's actually going into these, that it's not a lot of nicotine. This is where things will start getting a little bit hazy, especially to people that vape. Because if you vape, like if you're on 20 plus a day or something like that, you'd be on the equivalent of 20 milligrams nicotine, or you know or like 12 to for 12 for 10 to 15 a smoker, or something along that lines. There's a mathematical solution to how much you vape to how many cigarettes you smoke. So, okay, then the things might change up a little bit with salt. Salts are quicker to the bloodstream, or freebase is quicker to freebase gives you a bit of a throat kick. I tried something similar to this at Expo. In fact, I've been meaning to do that one for a little bit of a while, but getting to that box is proving a bit tricky because we've got a lot of stuff to review. So I thought, since I've got this one out and it's just been delivered to my door, I'm just going to fucking crack on with it. The company that this called is called Melta. So yeah, let's go down onto the box. Right, this is the box for it. I'm just going to rip open the whole box because I have a bit of a thing with Bob. If I'm doing for something for a company, I want to know a bit more about it. And since this is a whole box they sent me, I'm hoping it's more than what's actually made to believe here. So yeah, right, good, cool. Okay, we have, as you can tell, this is the first time I'm opening the box. These are all the flavours: peppermint, spearmint, raspberry, vanilla, banana, strawberry, and orange. Okay, let's just go for... I'm going to just go for the peppermint because generally, first things first, when you come to a flavour, as someone that's quitting smoking, you seem to look towards mints and gums. Stronger, the better. So yeah, 2 milligrams for myself. I can't even read that. What does it say? Effective within just 3 minutes. Okay, so this should be kind of interesting. I mean, last time I heard from the other company, theirs wasn't quite into commission yet. But yeah, I'm glad there's warning labels for this because, as we know, with snoozes in the UK, there is absolute no age limit. And they go ridiculously high in nicotine strengths. And that really annoys me. So, yeah. As I said, there's two 2 milligram in here. These are disintegrating the strips, nicotine strips, 20 per box. I presume the flavours I've shown you are all the flavours available. I presume they don't do a lesser flavour, a lesser milligram, which I'm not sure if I approve of just yet. Okay. That's interesting. How's they come out in? Okay, I presume this is the instruction manual or some kind of addictiveness, possible adverse effects. New users of all strips may experience dry throat, dry cough, pain or irritation of the mouth or respiratory tract. If symptoms become severe or last more than 48 hours, please see a general practitioner and report any incidences and information to the adverse effects. It talks about withdrawal from nicotine, toxicity, things like that. Right, do not drink or eat this product. If continued, please take this user manual with you to your general practitioner. Okay. Well, they're saying here, apply it under the lip, or under the top roof of the mouth. Okay, let's just get on with this. Fuck it. The question is, how the fuck do I open it? I mean, I suppose the great thing about having to go through all this hassle here is you only have to, you're not going to kick the arse out of it. I mean, the different, fucking opening them is a bastard though. Tear towards downwards. I'm just going to get the fucking scissors. There we go. Good old scissors. Because these are fucking awful to open. Well, as you see, we got our little tabby thing here. It's basically rice paper, I suppose, with nicotine. One side feels a little bit rough, one side's quite smooth. Yeah, okay, here we go. I suppose bottoms up. It's quite a weird looking thing. I'm not sure if you can see through the lighting. It's quite patchy. It's not as smooth as you might think, but it doesn't dissolve as quick as, it's not instantaneous, you know. Being effective within 3 minutes, so I start recording it from here. Yeah, what we'll do, bang, 3 minutes.
Have you had any effect yet?
I'll call it from right here. So yeah, we'll call this approximately 3 minutes. I've decided that I obviously, as you saw, I took one. I took a peppermint one. Jess is going to take a banana one.
So I tried some of these when we were at Expo, but from a different company. I liked those ones. So we'll see what these are like. Give it a go.
So you're moving. I'm approximately 6 minutes into since having a tab. I'll make it seem like it's a fucking tab of acid, for fuck's sake, you know. And I got to admit, I don't find them as rushy as they was. You do get a bit of a throat kick from them. I don't think the nicotine's all that intense, so I think it's like a slow release nicotine. It's not a super quick.
It's not a massive hit, is it? Like straight away.
No, which is possibly a good thing.
The intensity, I've found, the intensity is built, and it's made me feel a little bit sick.
To be fair, I did find this with the ones before, so it's definitely one of them things that I think you need to take into moderation.
Yeah,
It's not. I suppose this is a different kind of intake from the quit smoking sensation, isn't it? Like not everyone wants to.
It's an odd one because I mean, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't want to have a cigarette after having one of these, like trying this and the other ones that we tried. I wouldn't say it'd take away that urge.
See, I can't really remember the other ones all as much as
I liked the other ones.
See, when we get back to it, I want to give them another go, like, you know.
Yeah, but these particular ones, I mean, you said you tried peppermint, didn't you?
Yeah, it wasn't particularly very strong on the flavour.
Well, I tried banana, and there was no banana in that at all. It did not taste like a banana.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised because actually the sheet itself actually looks exactly the same as my peppermint.
Yeah, it was blue. Yeah. You wouldn't expect a banana flavoured product to be blue, but I don't know, they're a new thing, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean...
But the nicotine hit I got from that, it sat sort of...
Oh, yeah, it even says so here, like banana and peppermint.
Yeah.
You know.
The hit sort of got me here.
You got me just about there.
I see mine's gone down a little bit further. I've got like a burning in my throat, but it's like acid. It's the only way I can describe it. It feels like acid reflux, and it's fucking horrible because I have an acid reflux anyway. I didn't get that from the other ones that we tried.
I did though.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, I'm not. I mean, I've only tried the one.
Yeah, and as I said, it's one from each. It's like it was one flavour from each we've tried. You know, I think pros and cons. There is a little bit more of a build up here. You know, I think that's quite a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, the kick was there within the 3 minutes that they say. It wasn't long before. But
I mean, maybe it's due to my size. Mine was a little bit later because my kick was about 4.5 minutes in, wasn't it? So I said to you partway during your video, "Oh, there's that kick."
Yeah, see, mine was. Yeah, I'm not much smaller than you, but I don't know. But I don't know whether maybe it's affected me differently this time because I'm not feeling 100% today.
Yeah.
You know, night of no sleep. I don't know whether these factors affect it, but I'd say from a nicotine point of view, it didn't give me the fulfilment of...
You would have expected.
No. And I mean, it's 2 milligrams. I mean, it's not a lot, is it? But
maybe this is where the difference lays. It doesn't deliver as fast as the other brand, where the other brand was quite instant. It could be overpowering. Where this is a slower release. Hence the reason it felt a bit thicker, the paper, doesn't it?
Yeah, it didn't dissolve
instantly.
as easily. It was, and it went quite, stodgy.
Yeah.
One tongue is sort of stuck to the roof of my mouth, so I've had to take it off and then swallow it, so it didn't dissolve completely.
Yeah.
It was more of a case of it sort of went to a bit of mush, and then I've sort of pushed it to the back of my throat and
I even said
swallowed
the
it.
texture felt a little bit strange as well.
Yeah, it wasn't smooth.
No.
There was bumps on it, which I mean, bleh. Yeah,
I was wondering if that was intentional, because if you think about the roof of your mouth, like it has.
I don't know. I think that's possibly a quality issue.
Maybe. I mean, as I said, like we ain't gonna find out until I start stripping them all down. Maybe I should open another one and just pick up a random one.
Yeah.
Right, so
I'm going to decline on trying one.
I'm not going to try it. I just want to.
You're just going to have a look at the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm happy to do that. I can't try another one at the moment.
No,
I'll
fuck
probably
that.
vom.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, this is the difference between vaping and trying any other. Oh no, that's the instruction manual.
I mean, in concept, it's a good idea. And it's not really much different to pouches, is it?
No, I suppose not.
But for intents and purposes of quitting smoking, a lot of people like the hand to mouth
Yes.
thing, and this doesn't give you that. Like with nicotine gum and whatever, it doesn't give you that hand to mouth.
Oh, smell that.
What flavour is this one?
Raspberry. Smell.
It smells like raspberry-ish. Strawberry. It doesn't smell like mint.
It's raspberry.
But why are they all the same colour?
Yeah, I mean, I got to admit,
That smells like popping candy. You right if I take it out?
Yeah, of course. I want you to examine it. Is it the same kind of
It's
texture?
like sandpaper. That's I'm assuming what the flavour is. So instead of, I mean, this is just an assumption. Instead of integrating the flavour into
a different paper.
the paper, it's
Dave,
like crystals almost.
oh, so you reckon it's kind of baked onto the paper, like kind of thing?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, and it feels like rice paper. That the stuff you get in the sweet shop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Like the little decorations you get on top
Yeah.
of the cupcakes. It feels like that, but a little bit thinner. And it's quite strong too. Like you couldn't rip that. The other ones you could probably rip in half. You can still smell mint in that though. You feel the texture. I don't know if there's a certain way that you're supposed to.
I mean, I don't want to go jumping on another one because it's.
See, it says on the instructions on the
You
packet.
can rip it. I mean, I've ripped it.
It says on the instructions, do not chew or swallow, but I didn't have much choice in that because it just went to a mush on my tongue. Like, how can you not swallow
Maybe
it?
that's the part of the delivery because it's gone to a mush. It's
But it says you're
dissolved.
not supposed to swallow it. You're supposed to literally just let it dissolve. But if it doesn't dissolve, you have to swallow it.
I suppose that's a fair point, right? Maybe that's a part of the 3-minute thing. Maybe
That's too dense to dissolve completely on your tongue, unless I was being impatient. But it sat there for quite a while, and it was just on my tongue, so I had to swallow it. It dissolved to a point, but where the thickness of it, the density of the material.
But at the same time, like as you said, like you could have been impatient. A normal person, I mean, let's face it, we're a little bit on the newer, spicy side. Like that's a sensation, a sensation we're not used to.
It's quite you
can't help to play with it with your tongue.
It's not even playing with the bumps on it were a sensory issue anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put myself in a rabbit hole and say I don't like putting strange things in my mouth. Make of that what you will. But
I'm going to stick to my like 10 o'clock in the morning, fucking PG-13.
Anyway, so I mean, it says on the instructions, let the strip melt on the tongue. Do not chew or swallow. But in short,
it's an
it didn't
oral
dissolve.
product.
And that's not necessarily going to be the case for everyone's saliva's different.
In the end, it's an oral product. Do you think it was? Do you think it will? This particular one will be an effective solution in aid? Maybe.
It's an individual thing, isn't it? It would probably work for some people.
I mean, we both
work for everyone.
I mean, we both noticed the nicotine delivery.
I wouldn't say it was for a hardened smoker. Using those as a first point of call wouldn't be sufficient.
So at current, this brand for a hardened smoker, the delivery is not fast enough.
Even the other ones, I think these would be anything like this would be ideal maybe for someone who's trying to come off vaping. So they've done the quit smoking, done their vaping journey, and they want to cut back even more to a point where they're maybe going to stop. Do you know what I mean?
But we've had, obviously there's like other illnesses that have like, you know, been the cause of smoking and things like that. And the impact of other people's breathing, I'm trying to also think along that kind of lines as well. Like, do you think these are strong enough as they stand to be that kind of aid?
No.
So do you think that their delivery is not quick enough? It's not intense enough for them to...
I don't think the method itself... all the other ones we've tried, I don't think the method of having something dissolving in your tongue.
You see, I think it does. It's just as hard as it is to feel or to believe. I mean, you know me, I'm a big advocate for vaping. I mean, but at the same time, I also want to keep in mind what other products. I mean, there are...
I wouldn't discount them.
No.
At all. And I mean, for some people, like someone who, like you said, for example, someone who's got COPD and they need to quit smoking and they cannot vape because of the air intake, whatever, maybe. But I think it depends. It's an individual thing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you could blanket that for...
No, I mean, it's not going to work for everybody.
Everyone. Same with anything though, isn't it? I mean, it's not a one size fits all with vaping, with these, with
Oh God, no. It's very tailor made.
But I don't think they would be hit enough for a hardened smoker. So you've got someone who's
like my dad, like
40 a day,
like
at least
100 grams a week of tobacco.
They wouldn't do anything for him.
No,
they'd probably just give him a bit of a sore throat, you know.
Yeah. And then he'll just spit that sore throat out afterwards and light up.
And as far as flavours go, you can taste the nicotine.
Yeah.
You can taste the nicotine. The experience from the flavour that I've tried on those, I've only tried the one flavour, and I tried the one flavour of the other ones that we're going to review.
I can't even remember them.
I tried a mint flavour in the other ones, but this one, the banana flavour, wasn't banana flavoured at all.
No.
Even remotely.
Okay. So was it enough to hide the nicotine, or do you think hiding it would have been a bad idea in the first place?
Don't know really, because I mean, if you're using them for the first time, you're going into it blind. You don't know what you're going to get from that.
I mean, I like to think from my years of DIY using stronger nicotines that I've got that developed taste. I know what I know what nicotine tastes like. You know? But from a smoker's point of view, they're not going to have that chemical knowledge of nicotine.
No.
So would that be a negative or a positive? Because the problem is they're going to expect it from it's an oxygen, isn't it? To them, it would be an oxygen.
See, the thing is, when you smoke a cigarette, you get the flavour of the nicotine straight away. It's there.
Yeah,
in your mouth.
It's enrolled in the leaves. It's enrolled in the leaves.
That's not
Yes.
You don't get the nicotine flavour until it has gone down.
Which is a different nicotine flavour because of its delivery. Do you think that's a good or a bad thing? Considering the route it's coming from.
I really don't know.
It's quite a complex topic, isn't it? It really is.
It's an odd one. I mean, as a nicotine strip, you'd kind of expect it because you know what the nicotine gums.
I'm going to rip
things,
half of or a part of one out.
You know what the nicotine gums and things taste like. You can taste the nicotine in those in your mouth. I think going into that, you'd expect it to taste of the nicotine, and with those ones in particular, you expect the flavour.
Yeah.
Do you select? If you don't get either of those,
See, rather than put it on the roof of my mouth like the instructions actually say there, this time.
Put it on the roof of your mouth.
Yeah.
It says put it on the tongue.
Oh, I thought I said to put it on the roof of your mouth.
No.
Maybe that picture's so fucking small I can't tell.
Dissolve it on your tongue.
Oh, well, I'll put it on the roof of my mouth first time now.
Maybe that's why your hit took longer.
Yeah, probably. So this time I put it on my tongue. I'll taste the raspberry straight away, actually, which is strange.
Where's the other bit? Just smell it in there. There's like you can inside
I don't
the
want to keep going mad on these.
No,
like, you know.
It feels. You can feel like a coating in there. I don't know whether it would make a difference putting it which way up you put it, because I put it fuzz side down last time and that was ick.
Yeah, see, I put it on the roof of my mouth.
From a sensory point of view, that was horrible, but obviously not everyone has sensory issues like that. I'm a bit dubious now because that last one made me want to vom. Here.
She's taking acid.
First time ever.
But, yeah, I mean...
I'm not playing with it this time either, but the saliva's building in my mouth.
Yeah, the saliva build-up will be there straight out.
And that's making me want to go.
Yeah, see, that's... See, this is it.
It's telling me not to swallow.
Well, you can't not swallow. It's an instinctual thing. That's the... Yeah, it's still there. See, it's very...
What? Well, see, I swallowed them, but it's still stuck to the roof of my mouth like it did last time. Gungy. Not proper stuck to the roof of my mouth now.
It's a really odd sensation.
And when it does dissolve, it's still very grainy, and that doesn't leave a nice feeling in my mouth. But I'm weird.
I can definitely tell you that I won't be picking up a vape for a while. I mean, I think it doesn't, as I said...
I'm getting the hit already, but the hit my tongue first.
Yeah.
The back of my tongue, and now it's going down my throat. I don't like the feeling of it. I don't like the sensation of it. Because the hit builds up. So it starts off like a tingle, and then that tingle like intensifies, and having a tingle in your throat is not nice.
See, okay, now we're getting really into it, which is really weird. I didn't expect this review to go on as long as it had. It's become more, rather than a review, it's become a full-blown discussion.
Breakdown.
Yeah, it has.
But
I mean, obviously, we're not chemists. We're not scientists. Like, do you think this is like one of them short-term things? Like, you know, it's
not something I would want to use
over a long period of time.
Me personally, no. I don't think I would use them anyway. Even the other ones, I don't think I would use them because I don't like that feeling in my throat. I don't like it.
I mean, we hear of people using their gums for a long period of time. You remember, like, I mean, I knew someone who was chewing on the gum for about fucking 12 years.
Yeah.
And I think someone else that I also knew that was using for 10 years will end up getting like some sort of mouth cancer. So, do you think this could be the same kind of thing? I mean, as I said, this is the first time I've seen
opening a can of worms, though, isn't it? Because
yeah, I mean,
is nicotine the cancer causer?
that's it. But it's not necessarily. What's the strips made out of? You know,
Is there an ingredients list in the? Can I have a look at the leaflet a minute? Burning my tongue.
Specific risk groups.
Standard risk groups: pregnancy, breastfeeding,
Pregnancy,
depression.
80+. There's contradictions, addictiveness, possible adverse effects. I went over the adverse effects, toxicity, if consumed orally, especially in infants and children. I mean, luckily they've got an 18+ thing on here. They've put on themselves. I don't know if that's actually law. I'm just going to hope that it's actually law because, as I said, this is a rather newish product.
Yeah, I mean...
But as I said, we've had this argument about...
Switching to that with the age thing, that's better in terms of children accessing them, accidentally even, if we were to leave a box of those out,
yeah,
and one of the smaller kids was to get hold of it, it wouldn't be as easy to access as the other ones. The other ones would
yeah.
You know, from a safety perspective, the packaging on those is good.
That's what I like.
The packaging is good. Environmentally, perhaps not the most eco-friendly, but if it saves a child, then, you know, it
yeah.
Where are the ingredients, though?
Here, on the back of the box, actually.
What actual ingredients?
Hydroproxy methanol. I can't even read these hydroproxy. Methyl-isolosis, glycerin, banana, stevia extract. So a couple of ingredients.
Stevia is sugar, a sugar alternative.
Yeah, stevia used to be used in vaping, but that got changed, I do believe.
It'd be interesting to do a comparison on the other ones once we've...
Blue one colour sucralose and neotamine. It's got a code name for the drugs on them.
Can I have a look?
Yeah, the drug, it's got its own code name on the drugs. So I suppose that could be quite good if you do have an adverse effect. You can, I suppose, in theory, give the code name of the drug to
the yellow card scheme.
Huh?
To report side effects, but it doesn't say anything because it's not a medical product. So could you report it to the yellow card scheme with side effects, or would it just be a side effect of nicotine? It's not a medical product, is it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it gives you...
I can't even read that one.
Well, hold on a minute. Right. So, regarding the side effects... Sorry, we've gone off on a bit of a tangent. New users may experience dry cough, dry throat, pain or irritation of the mouth or respiratory tract. That's exactly what I got. If your symptoms last more than 48 hours, see a GP and report the incidences by following the information in reporting adverse effects.
Yeah.
But I suppose they can't put about yellow card because it's not a medicine. And I suppose it would then be, if you saw your GP, it'd be up to them to decide what
actions to take.
Nicotine.
So I think we're going to end up going back over ourselves because I think we've covered pretty much everything. So would you say this is a thumbs up product?
Well, hold on a minute. Hold on. There's something I've just seen here. Please do not drink or eat this product. You're literally ingesting it. It's literally going in your mouth and down your throat.
Eventually.
It's a bit of a contradictory warning.
It is.
Unless that's something that they have to put in.
It's it probably is because it's still a consumption based product, even though if, maybe they're thinking along the lines of do not chew it up and there we go. But that's, I think,
if it's consumed, please take this user manual with you and see a general practitioner. In case of contact with skin, rinse immediately with cold running water for.
That would also be on a nicotine warning bottle, though. You've also got to see.
So is this a compulsory thing as opposed to?
Yeah. This is. I mean, I don't think it really matters. I've seen it on 3 base bottles for 3 milligrams all the way upwards. It will be an in-depth compulsory thingamabob.
Yeah. Going back to the smoking thing, just quickly, it does have a warning on here saying that it's not recommended for non-smokers.
Which is...
I mean, it's common sense, but I just thought I'd point that out.
Yeah.
It does say that. Before using this product, tell your doctor or pharmacist if you're allergic to it. If you're allergic to it, you're not going to use it. I'm in a bit of a dick mode today. I'm sorry. I'm nitpicking.
So do we call it? Yes and no?
I'm going to pass on those.
I'm going to say maybe. I mean, as I said, it's...
For me personally, no. For someone else, maybe.
I mean, for delivery, I'm trying to keep an open mind on all angles. I mean, for delivery, it's not quite as intense as you'd hope, especially for a higher smoker.
No.
I mean, flavours. I don't know what kind of flavours you'd expect from them anyway. Like,
the raspberry didn't taste like raspberry.
I got a taste of raspberry.
I got more flavour from the raspberry than I did from the banana, but it wasn't as strong as you'd expect it to be.
To be honest, would you expect a non-smoking sensation to really taste? I mean...
But then why put in flavours? Why not just do it as a generic?
Yeah, I mean, you've got a very valid point. I mean, they could have done tobacco.
Or they could have just kept it at a generic, mild mint flavour.
Yeah, menthols.
You know,
mints.
Messing about with the different flavours is counterproductive if you can't taste them. And if you're going from hardcore smoking to something like that, you're not going to want a flavour. Are you? Going from tasting...
Yeah, again, it's down to individual...
But if you haven't got the taste, it's pointless.
Yeah. Well, so you're going to say no...
No, personally.
Yeah.
I'm not overly keen.
I mean, I would say maybe.
But I personally wouldn't use them myself, but I might recommend them to others who have tried different methods.
I mean, I might consider using them, especially if we go out for longer periods of times where I can't vape. You know, that might be something for me, like, because as you know, I would chain vape.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it's better than 40 a day that I used to be on, but, you know, I still relatively chain vape, don't I?
I mean, I'd sooner not vape than use those.
That's a bit of a...
I'd happily go a few hours without a vape and have nothing.
Yeah, but I'm talking about long periods of time. Like,
that's what I mean. Like,
yeah, you're not as heavy as me anyway.
No, but for times when I'd need a nicotine hit,
I'd still
rather go without.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Just purely, I think it's the sensory thing for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say it's a little bit odd on my personal thoughts. I mean, I'll keep an open mind to them, but it's definitely intriguing. It's not something I'm going to get used to all that quickly, if I'm honest.
No, it's an acquired thing.
Yes, and if you don't pick up an acquired patience to something, you much like a lot of people with vaping, they're just going to look at it and think that's going to be another thing they've so-called tried and not put much effort into.
Yeah, you would need to give it a fair crack. In all honesty,
yes,
I probably haven't allowed myself enough time to give it a fair crack, but I don't like the feeling it gave me in my throat. I don't like the feeling it gave me on my tongue, and I'm grouchy today, so tolerance is low.
Bitch mood.
But
right, so I think that's fair enough. I mean, we've given the melters a go. Fucking melt. We've given them melts a go. And we're not completely dismissing them, but we're not completely open to the idea. So to be honest, it's probably fair to say within this past hour, because after the past 2 videos, it's probably going to be about an hour after. It's become a bit of a discussion rather than a review, which is interesting.
But in all fairness, you can't really review properly without
discussing.
If you're reviewing as a duo, you need to discuss.
Well, it wasn't meant to be a duo in the first place, but it's nice to go over a product with someone, especially with something that's not so common.
It definitely gives more of an insight.
Yeah,
definitely.
So we're going to call it a day. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I suppose domestic debate over.
Not a masturbate.
I said domestic debate.
That's why I said not a masturbate.
Over the Melta strips. Thank you, Melta, for sending them over for us to go over. Probably, I know you was after a promotion. I did say to you it wouldn't be a promotion, it would be a review. This is become more of a discussion than a review. Not necessarily a negative one, it's not necessarily a positive one, it's a bit more of a conflicted opinions. Yeah, there's a bit more or less of conflicted opinions on them. But yet again, it's appreciated that you put the trust in us to give it a go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, right, thank you very much, and we hope you guys have a fantastic day. See you later.